Hello. Today we're going to talk about taking some action because we need to take radical action this year so we can achieve some goals, because I want big things for this year. I want to achieve a lot of things. So let me give some tips and tricks of how I've been doing this. And I'm somebody who is a procrastinator, or I'm a big time napper, big time scroller, big time I'll do anything but do the thing that I need to do sometimes. And I've been really working through this, and it comes down to one, the fact that you don't identify with being that person. So when I'm building my business, I need to identify as the person that is a boss bitch that builds a business online, and I just need to embody that every single day. I'm currently training for a 100K triathlon. I never would have been that person, but I need to just embody it. So I just get up every day and I'm like, I'm just that person. I'm a triathlete now. That's what I am. And what would a triathlete do? She would just get up and do the work and go and do it. So that's all easy to say, and you're probably like, oh, what do you mean? I just have to embody it and then it will work for me? No, probably not. So I've given you some ideas and things that I think may help you, that have helped me. So first of all, get yourself a fucking list. Get yourself a notebook and start writing things down and start crossing them out when you're done. I think that's the easiest way that I do things. Like I crossed things out. Write scripts, do YouTube shorts, and I'll say how many I'll do. So I will do that either the night before or in the morning before I start work. But if you wake up knowing what you're going to do each day, I have a board up on my wall that has basically, that one is more for understanding what workouts I'm doing, and I'll tick them off because I was kind of just winging it for like 2 weeks there, and I was like, I don't even know where my workouts are at. I need to like visually look at them. So I got myself a whiteboard and just wrote out my little things that I need to remind myself to do on those days, but mainly my workouts. And that has been so much better for me because I'm like, okay, every day I know exactly what I'm doing. I can plan, I can talk to people, because a lot of the time we're doing, bike rides together, swims together I'm doing it with other people. I'm training with other people because there's about 15 of us. And so, yeah, it's good to look. And I'm just ticking them off as I go each day, and it's really nice. So that's a good hack. Also, writing down kind of 3 actionable steps. Try not to don't write a huge list like this. You're never going to get it done. Try and do 3 things for that day. So instead of and make them really specific and really realistic, because I used to be like, I'm going to work on my business for 4 hours a day. I used to put it on sticky notes. What do you mean you're going to work on your business for 4 hours? But what are you going to do? So I started writing down, film 1 talking head video a day, or edit for 30 minutes. And then when I go to edit, I'll time block. I'll put a 30-minute timer on. And there's something about putting a timer on that just makes me go, okay, I have to zone in now. I usually try and do a 90-minute timer, but if you want to do 30, it's a good way to just start the task and just start it, and then you'll be like, oh, and then you'll just get into it. And half of the time, the procrastination, you spend more time procrastinating and not doing the thing and wasting so much time than it would have taken to actually do the thing, which is so invalid, really, because if you'd just done it, you wouldn't be sitting there with all of this weight on you being like, I have to do it, but I can't. If you just get it done, you're like, oh, that took me 20 minutes and I haven't done it for 2 weeks. It's actually crazy to me. And it's not like I'm sitting here and being like, I'm so perfect, I don't do that. I do that. This is why I'm giving you these ideas. So time block, even when you're not feeling like it. There will be days, I remember literally the other day, excuse my language, I'm on my period. My stomach is so sore. I'm like, I could not be bothered, but I knew I had to get these edits done and I had to send them off to a client. So I just sat there, and do you know what it took me? I know those edits would have taken me probably like an hour if I'd just locked in a little bit better. They took me like 4 or 5 hours. But I just sat there and got them done. Because I just had to. Not saying that you should need a time block for 5 hours, but if you start the task, sometimes you just need to finish it. I try and do all of my hard thinking in the morning, because in the afternoon, I don't usually feel like doing it, but you may be different to me. You might have a brain that like turns on in the afternoon. Do it then. Do it when you know you might feel most motivated. Time block it then, but make sure you do it every single day, no matter what. It doesn't matter. Your motivation is going to go like this. It's going to be up and down and up and down. Sorry, but fuck your motivation, fuck your mood. You just have to do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was sitting there on my period, so sore, and I was like, okay, well, I really don't feel like doing this. I just want to go lie in bed and watch the Kardashians. And I was like, okay, I've got to do this. Sorry. Lower the bar. I think people think that you have to feel confident, you got to feel inspired, you need clarity, you need all of these great emotions to start taking action. But sorry, you need to post imperfectly. You need to just start messy and just do the bare minimum that's required. And I think that will get you into the rhythm of it. It will get you trusting yourself a lot more once you do the action that you need to take. I said to a chick yesterday, I said, she's like, I'm really trying to get into the gym. I was like, just do the act of turning up. Even if you do a 10-minute workout, say to yourself, I might just go in for 10 minutes. Because if you put all this pressure on you, I need to be in there for an hour and I need to complete X, Y, Z and you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Just get your ass through the door. At least you got to the gym. Say to yourself, all right, I might just do, like sometimes I'll go to the gym and I'll do like 5, like some people are like, 5 workouts is great. Like 5 things or something, and they will be so average. Like 5 sets? Nah, wouldn't be more like 5 sets. 5 different workout things. That doesn't even make sense either. You get what I mean. I'm there for half an hour to 45 minutes, and usually I'm there for like 2, and I don't feel like doing it. Sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. Today, I think I went to the gym for like 45 minutes. I didn't feel like doing it. I'm going for a 10K run after this, though. Promise you that. Confidence comes from proof. So you need to build your self-evidence, and that's what I mean. So if you want to take action, you need to take those little steps, because what's going to do is going to train your brain that you're showing up. It's going to train your brain that you're following through. It's going to train your brain that you can trust yourself. And then you start identifying with that faster and being with that mindset. Do you see where I'm going with this? You start to identify as that person. You start to identify as the boss bitch owner, content creator, whatever you are. But you also need to design your environment to support your actions. Is your phone distracting you? Yeah, probably. Do you keep checking your notifications? Turn the fucking thing off and go put it in another room for like an hour. We don't need our phones on us all the time. Also, what happened to actually just texting people 5 hours later? Nowadays, because we have our phones on us all the time, we are like expected that we have to text people back so fast. Why? That doesn't happen. Also, is your workspace clear? The environment that you're in, is it clean? Is it clear? Is it like, is it going to support you doing your work? And do you associate that place with action? Don't do your action in your bedroom. Do not be sitting in your bedroom on your computer, on your laptop. I'm guilty of it. And every time I've done it, I never go to sleep well that night, because I've taken my work into my safe space, into my room. And I know that I'm talking in my room right now, but I don't do this at night. I do this during the day. I have a chitty chat with you, and then I will shut all devices off in here. So change your environment, not yourself. And track your actions, not your results. So results are going to fluctuate. Your actions are going to compound. So if you show up every day and you keep the reps going and you actually write down what you've completed each day and the actions you've taken, you'll have a little bit more control over what you've done. And so I try and keep a diary every night of like, okay, what did I actually do? Like the other day I realized I was like, oh my God, I've wasted a whole day. And what did I even do? I wrote like one thing out. And I was like, I was scrolling all day. And it's a good way to reflect on yourself and be like, I'm actually not really doing the work where I thought it was. And then you can audit accordingly. And it puts a little bit more pressure on yourself to actually complete stuff in a good way. And also decide what you're going to do. So take one action, start before you even feel ready, and stop before you start feeling burnt out. Consistency beats intensity. Like, you know, you see those people and they're like, oh, I just ran 10K, and then they don't work out for 2 weeks. I'm like, cool. You've done nothing for yourself. You need to show up every single day. Consistency will beat most people. Mainly everybody, because nobody wants to be consistent nowadays. It's actually pretty easy to be not average. Really, it is. And you also don't need to do everything in one day. Just do something. When you start writing out huge to-do lists, you get way too much mental fatigue, and then you won't do it. You won't complete it. Trust me, I've been there. And you'll overwhelm yourself, and then you're just stacking and stacking and stacking on top of that. Go and just do one action, and then it might lead into a second action. Or just do 1 hour, and it might lead into 2. You know, that's just how you should start. What else do I have here? Yeah, that's all I have really. So take some action, get the fuck up, and work on yourself, because 2026 is about that. We're 30 days into 2026. Audit your month. What happened? What was great this month? Audit it. I'm definitely going to sit there and do a little bit of that and plan out what the fuck you want to do next month. And I hope it's a lot of action, because we've got the Year of the Horse coming up. I think that starts on the 18th of February. We need to close off any bad loops, any bad connections, any bad people, any neggy vibes, anything that you don't want. Get it out of this. Leave it in the snake here, and take all the good into the Year of the Horse, because they reckon, well, they say it's going to be a good year. And I'm really hoping for that, because I feel like everybody it was weird. You read online, everybody had a crazy kind of shedding, that's the word, of 2025. It was hectic. I felt like my character got absolutely crushed, rebuilt, and now I'm here. And this is why I'm posting. This is why I'm posting the content. That's why I'm here today. So I hope this inspires you. Love you so much. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate all the subscribers, all the watch time, all the comments. I can see it all. I had a really average day the other day, and a comment came up as a notification on my phone from somebody who said that they've subscribed and just watched all my content, and it really helped her. I was like crying like a little baby, because I was so happy. So appreciate everything. I'm super, super grateful. So audit your month, and also figure out one thing that you're grateful for this month that happened. And yeah, have a great day. Bye.